Thank you, girls. Muchas gracias. ¿Cómo están todos? How's everyone? Some can answer English, unos en español. Okay, como dijeron las jóvenes. Oh, sí, por favor. Gracias. Okay, como dijeron las jóvenes, yo soy la hermana Azucena, or Sister Azucena. And my topic today, o mi tema o de hoy, is por amor, for love. So let me get this set up. All right, so you just had lunch. Do not go to sleep. No se vayan a dormir. Ojalá que no nos vaya a dormir. So my topic, yes, is for love. When I was invited to come and give this topic today, I was in love with the theme of this retreat. It says, just love, don't judge. How many of you, every day, do you feel judged? Honestly, every day. Every day. We all do. I work with teenagers. My whole religious life is to work with children and young people. Judgment is everywhere. Siempre. El que nos van a juzgar existe en todas las partes. We all do. Nos vamos a escapar. I work with teenagers. Nos van a juzgar. We will never, ever escape that judgment is going to be everywhere. How can we get away? ¿Cómo nos podemos quitar? La clave de todo eso es el amor. ¿Y el amor de quién? El amor de Jesús. You see, guys, Jesus' love is all that matters. Now, instead of going into a whole discourse, I want to share with you my own story. If I've been a sister for about 13 years, I know, praise be to God, I've been a sister for 13 years. If you would have asked me 14 years ago if I wanted to be a sister, I would have said, heck no. Definitely not. Me a sister? Forget it. Said, there are other girls much better than I am. I want to go and have fun. I want to go and have my career. You know, I want to find the guy of my dreams, and I want to get married. I love taking care of children. All of my cousins, I was a babysitter, and I loved it. I wanted to have a family. So you guess, why am I a sister? What happened? Let me share with you. I was born in Mexico, but I grew up in Texas, in East Texas, and actually, I had gone to a concert with Tony when I was maybe about 8 or 9 years old, and I was very impressed, and I really felt God's love, seeing someone just do the impossible because Jesus changed his life. So I was born in Mexico, grew up in Texas, and my parents are still living. They're there in Texas. I have a twin brother, a younger brother, and a little sister who just turned 16. I love her to death. So my childhood there in East Texas was normal. You might notice that I don't have a Texas Southern accent. I tried so hard not to get the Texas Southern accent. I never liked it, so I made sure I didn't. But my life, we were not religious. My parents, we would go to church, of course, sometimes. My dad played baseball, so on Sundays, that's where we were, playing. He would go to his games, and we would go there too. It wasn't until I was in my confirmation class. How many of you right now are in confirmation preparation? Okay, good. So you would think that classes are amazing and dynamic and great. My confirmation class was boring. God bless our catechists, the two of them who were with me. They were very kind, very good, but in my terms as a teenager, boring. While everyone in my class was falling asleep, dozing off, doing other things. Maybe we didn't have cell phones back then, like you had them, like the iPhones. Very few of them had cell phones, but they were distracted. For me, though, sitting there in that class, my heart was on fire. I don't know what it was. It was the Holy Spirit, maybe. I did nothing. But as I was sitting there in my confirmation class, my heart was about to burst. I was learning about Jesus. This guy, he was born to this woman whom they called the Virgin. Like, how can that happen? I was mind-blowing. And then he did all of these great things for people. He healed them, he forgave them, bad people. I'm thinking, who is this guy? Why does he do so many good things for others? And then I noticed they would persecute him. They would judge him. They would say bad things to him. I'm thinking, why? Why does he not fight back? So in my confirmation class, as I was learning more about my church, I was learning more about my faith, and especially about this Jesus. All of a sudden, one day, when I was sitting there in one of my classes, I looked up at the crucifix. Me quedé viendo el crucifijo. And there on the crucifix, everything went silent. I saw Jesus hanging there on that cross. To me, it was real. I noticed the nails in his hand, on his feet, the blood gushing down. And I looked at Jesus, and I felt him looking at me. Realmente, yo vi que Jesús, sentí que él me estaba viendo. And this look completely freed me from everything. Esa mirada de Jesús, ese día de mi clase de confirmación, cuando todos estaban dormidos, cuando yo sentí esa mirada de Jesús, sentí una libertad que solamente Él me podía dar. I thought, wow, God, you would die for me? Like, do you know what I have done? Now, I wasn't a bad kid, okay? I didn't do terrible things. Just don't ask my mom, okay? Don't ask her. Entonces, I was a pretty good kid. But when I felt Jesus looking at me, esa mirada profunda, at first I felt guilt for my sins. Like I could not be worth anything for Jesus. Then I stood there, I sat there, and I said, wow, your love makes me go even further than all of that. Jesus' love to me made me forget my guilt, accept the bad things that I've done, the sins that I've committed, that I'm imperfect, and just keep going forward. From that day on, my life completely changed. Mi vida cambió. That was a turning point for me in the rest of my life. Jesus looked at me. I felt that guilt. I accepted that guilt of my imperfectness, but I kept going. Because whenever I would look at my defects, I would see Jesus. When I was in my confirmation ceremony, I felt like a bride. I was walking down the aisle. I felt like a bride, like saying, Jesus, I am coming to you. I am ready. I am ready to tell the world who you are, that you love us, and there's no love that could ever compare. I was confirmed at 14, right before my quinceañera. I know there's a lot of quinceañeras over there right now. And I was going to the confirmation classes because I was going to get a quinceañera. And I was thinking, okay, well, I'll go, we'll see what happens. But that year really changed my life. You see, guys, judgment is everywhere. And the reason why is, as a teenager, I knew what that meant. But because I felt God's love, that I experienced God's love, that love that no one else can give, then I didn't care who judged me. I would walk around, and if someone would say something to me, who cares? God loves me. I know who I am before Him. Why should I try to be anyone else? Why? This was very important because I was about to go into high school the next year. High school is a challenge. I mean, if it was a challenge back then, for all of you right now, it's terrible. There are so many struggles. You are judged everywhere. How you should look, how you should act, how you should dress, who you should hang out with, what music you should listen. It's everywhere. You're not going to escape it. The only solution to all of this is that you let God love you. Dejen que Jesús los ama. Déjense amar. Let yourself be loved by Jesus. Experience it, and your life will change. Like St. Catherine of Siena said, you will set the world on fire. I really felt that. Going into high school, I was athletic. I liked soccer, so I played soccer since I was actually 8 years old. That really helped me become very competitive. I am competitive. I try to discipline my competitiveness so I can do good, though. But I played soccer, and I wasn't the best player. I wasn't the most skilled. But I knew that if I were to do something, no matter how simple it was, I had to do it to the best of my ability. Because remember, that image, esa mirada de Jesús cambió mi vida totalmente. If Jesus looked at me and he loved me just the way I was, then everything that I did from that moment on, I wanted to respond to that love in my daily life as a teenager. So even playing soccer, they would call me like the nice player because I would apologize if I would push someone down. But then I learned how to be tough, so I had to. But that helped me become, very disciplined and to give 100% and to live my life and my faith with even my teammates. Okay? I did become a captain in my senior year, and I actually received a scholarship to go play soccer in college. That didn't happen. I'll tell you why. So I was in high school, and in high school, I had very few friends. At the end of high school, maybe I would count 3 good friends, and they're still my friends till today. I wasn't the most popular, and I didn't care to be popular. I didn't care to be liked. When I walked into the high school, and probably in your high schools, there's an area where everyone gathers, whether outside, it's like the commons area. I would try to avoid that area, because all the cliques would gather, they would talk to each other, and as you were walking by or trying to get through them, I would feel judged. Like they're looking at me, I'm not good enough to join them, I'm not popular enough, I'm not pretty enough. Well, I tried to avoid it, not because I wanted to avoid judgment, but because I hated drama. I really did. I knew who I was. And because Jesus looked at me and he loved me, I accepted myself and I said, this is who I am before Jesus. Why should I try to be anything else with others? So going through high school, what would happen? I would literally feel Jesus walking by my side, walking with me. There were temptations everywhere to do this, to do that, to go here, to go there. Decisions to be made. I had to make those decisions. But Jesus was right there, saying, you can do this, you can do this. I was bullied in high school. I was made fun of because I was a religious girl. They would say, oh, don't say that around her. She has virgin ears. That went on for a while. And I thought, you know what? Who cares? One day I said, so what if I have virgin ears? So should you. Because if you're listening to things that make your soul go bad, then you shouldn't be listening to that. By the end of high school, even those big, huge football players would respect me. It took a while. I could have said, oh my goodness, I'm going to back down because they're making too much fun of me. No. I had to be strong. I knew that Jesus loved me so much, what else mattered? Even till today, as a religious sister, that is the love I have for God. So in my confirmation, I went to a retreat. I was impressed so much by God's love that at a retreat, we saw this video of a girl who promised her virginity or kept her virginity until she was married. I thought, wow, if Jesus could love me that much, I want a guy who can love me that much to save himself, and I can save myself until we get married, and to really love that person. I was ready to love someone like Jesus loved me. So as I was growing up, I was praying for a good husband, and these were my requirements. Now, my husband, I said, Lord, give me a good husband. But these are the conditions. He has to be good looking, he has to be athletic, he has to love me and respect me, and he has to be smart. I don't want someone dumb. Okay? So those were my requirements, and that was my prayer. And the sisters would tell me also. They would. I never noticed I would pray during youth group, but one of the sisters says, "Oh yes, Sister Azucena always prayed for a good husband." Those were my conditions, and I kept at that. I never had a boyfriend, not because I wasn't pretty enough, because I chose not to. You see, guys, God's love impressed me so much that I thought, if I could keep myself and find the right guy, I know that that God will provide a good husband for me. I wanted to be loved. You know, you grow up and you hear all those Cinderella movies or the Disney movies, and you think happily ever after. Why can't it not happen? Why can't love be that real? So I thought, I want to meet my Prince Charming. I want that love for me. So I looked and looked. A guy would come. Oh yes, oh he's very cute, and he would start talking to me. Then all of a sudden he would say, my nickname was Susie. So he said, Susie, you're so beautiful, and I'd be like, thank you. I know that. Can you tell me anything else? It was just talk. I wanted someone who can give me something real, who could show me the love, who could show me the respect, who could honor me for who I was and respect my wishes. So a guy would come, okay, next. Guy would come, next. I didn't have time to have boyfriends and waste my time with someone who wasn't really ready to love me. I wanted someone real. So it wasn't until I had felt God's love, and I know I made a promise to him and said, I want to love you and I want everyone to know about you. I didn't know how to do that. It wasn't until a year before my graduation that my life, the future of my life changed. I was thinking, okay, I'm going to go to college. I had three options. I wanted to play soccer professionally. I wanted to be a nurse, and I wanted to be a teacher. And those were three goals in mind. So I started preparing for that. And as I told you, I had my soccer scholarship. As I was getting closer to my graduation, these were the questions I was asking myself. What is worth giving my life up for? What can I do with the rest of my life that's worth it? Remember, I played soccer. I wasn't the best player, but I always wanted to give 120%. So in my life, I said, what do I want to do that is worth it? That I won't be wasting my time. Then I thought, okay, soccer. Great. I'll be famous. I'll do what I love to do. I'll play this game, this sport. But they might play on Sundays. I want to be in church. I want to go to Mass. I want to be faithful to Jesus. Then a nurse. I'm like, okay, well, that's good, but sometimes I might have to work on Sundays. What if I have to miss Mass? What if it keeps me away from church? Jesus again. Last, a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher. Now, at this point, I never thought about being a Catholic school teacher, but I wanted to be a teacher. I said, well, I won't be able to talk to the children about Jesus. There again, Jesus. So Jesus' life, for me, he was always the obstacle until I realized he was the answer. About 4 months before I graduated, one of the sisters called me to her office and said, I have something for you. She gave me this folder, this manila folder. Inside was an application. So to become a sister, you can't just say, I want to be a sister, congratulations, you're in. There's an application that you fill out just like you do for college. And there's a psychology test to make sure that you're not crazy. So we do all of that, okay? I did all the paperwork. Before that, I took the paperwork home and I said, this is not for me. Me? A sister? A nun? Forget it. So I went home and I put it in a drawer. And I said, that's it. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to find the man of my dreams. I'm going to have a family, happily ever after. Then it gets closer to my graduation. I'm curious. As teenagers, we're all curious. So one day, I locked myself in my room, and I went to open that drawer, and I took out the folder. I started reading those questions. One of the questions is, what does your mom feel about you entering the convent? And the next question was, what does your dad feel? My mom would have been happy. Ooh, she was happy. But my dad did not want me to become a sister. He told me, Mija, you're going to be 18. You can do whatever it is that you want with your life. But I want you to go to college. I want you to get married. I want you to have children, and so on. I'm like, thank you, Dad. Like, I can do whatever I want with my life. He loves me, and I love my dad too. He was not very happy whenever I told him. That day that I read the questions, I felt this warmth come over me, telling me, like, it was weird. I wasn't sweating, it wasn't hot, but it was this warmth. I thought, okay, this is weird. And I put it away, and I said, this is not for me. A few weeks passed, and then again, I took out the folder, and I said, okay, I'll fill it out. For some time, since my confirmation, I felt Jesus speaking to my heart. It was like a call. I ignored it for many, many years. I said, I can do other things with my life. Why become a sister? Then I realized, if I give my life to God, if I love him as he's loved me, then I will be able to do way more than I can do through Jesus than my own abilities. So I filled out the paperwork. I turned it in, and the sisters accepted me. That was 13 years ago. 13 years ago. God willing, in August will be 14 years. The day I entered the convent, it was August 3rd, and it was at 3:00 p.m. in the year 2008. I walked from the church to the convent. Right when I walked in, right when I stepped in to the front entrance, I felt this voice inside tell me, finally, you're here. Wow. From that moment on, yes, I've had doubts, I've had struggles, but never, ever a reason to leave. Because whenever I look at my weaknesses, whenever I look at my defects, I see the love of Jesus. If he can love me so much, if he could forgive me so much, if he could empower me so much, what can I not do? If there's an obstacle, and I feel like I can't do it, I remind myself to look at Jesus and say, here I go. What I've been able to do in these 13 years, it's not for myself, it's all for Jesus, for his glory. There is a phrase that I want to end with that says, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. That is from 2 Corinthians. When I feel weak, I know that Jesus' love fills my heart, and there is nothing I cannot do. Especially during these times, we're going through a very difficult time in our world, Russia and Ukraine. That's all the reality for us. Living my life as a sister, waking up, praying, going to the chapel, praying, going to Mass, working with the youth. All that I do is not for my glory. It is for Jesus. And those are prayers going up to God for you, for the world, especially right now for what's happening in Russia and Ukraine. Our life as sisters, it could be your life, girls or boys, if you are discerning a vocation to a priest or religious life. We need brave young men and women to be able to say, Lord, here I am. Take me. Use me. Let him take you. Let him use you, because amazing things will happen. Thank you for letting me share my story with you. I hope that you let Jesus look at you and love you and watch what will happen. So thank you so much. God bless you all.
All right, guys. A beautiful, beautiful talk we just had right now about love. Un hermoso tema que se nos fue dado sobre el amor de Jesús, de Dios. Hay que darle un aplauso cariñoso. Aww. Come on now. Again. All right, guys. So, ahorita tenemos un poco de tiempo y lo que vamos a hacer es más bien como la comida estuvo muy buena, como que a unos les cayó un poco pesado. So I know that food made some of you guys kind of sleepy right now. So what we're going to do is actually move around a little bit. So we're going to do this quick little game. Actually, vamos a hacer este pequeño juego. And the best part is that you guys can keep sitting down. Right? But you guys will have to stand up if I call you out. So, se van a tener que mantener sentados para este juego al menos que yo los llame. Y tal vez llame a muchos. So, la manera de que este juego va a funcionar es que quiero que todos miren su outfit. Everybody look at your clothes. I like your sweater, by the way.
Thank you, it's yours.
Thank you. All right, so you guys feel like you guys are dripped out, or? Yeah, of course. We're cool. Everything we wear is cool because we're cool, right? Right? Everything you're wearing is cool because you're cool, right? Yeah, exactly. So, this is how this game is going to work. I'm going to say, I have a message. I have a message for you guys. I'm a mailman now. So I have a message. You guys are going to say, for who? So I have a message. For people that are wearing white bands. And I want those people to stand up. Stand up right now. People with the white bands, stand up. All right. So if you guys are wearing white bands, then you guys would have to go and switch seats. Switch seats with those people. Don't worry, it will be temporary. Just for the game, all right? So go ahead and give a little hug to your partner. You're going to miss them. So, como les digo, ¿verdad? En español, si yo digo, la gente con los zapatos blancos, tengo un mensaje para la gente con los zapatos blancos, esas personas se levantan y se miran alrededor y las personas que están paradas tienen que cambiar asientos. If you guys do not switch seats, I will bring you up stage and you guys are going to lead the game for me. So we can have some people in the crowd saying, yeah, this person right here. So, hay que jugar. You guys ready? So I'm going to say it in Spanish as well. I have a message. Tengo un mensaje.
For who?
For people that are wearing black jeans. Para la gente que tenga pantalones negros. All right, stand up, go switch seats. Everybody make sure that they're switching seats. Vayan y cambian asientos. Asegúrense que los estén cambiando. Si no, you guys are going to come lead the game for me. Is anyone cheating out here, guys? All right, all right. If you tell on someone, just think that you won't see them again. Anyways, can you be a mailman? I kind of got tired of my job already.
Okay, I'll be a mailman. Wait, was it? I have mail for...
Message.
Oh, I have a message for...
Calm down. She won't even let us ask.
Okay, I have a message. For everyone who is wearing black masks.
Black mask, mascarillas negras, levántense y cambien asientos. No hagan trampa porque se vienen para acá.
We're watching you guys.
No se preocupen, luego los vamos a acomodar de regreso. Is anyone cheating, guys?
I saw a few people over there, but...
All right. All right, I want to be the messenger now. I have a message, tengo un mensaje.
For who?
Para la gente que tenga suéteres blancos. So people with white sweaters. Stand up. White sweaters, I see you right there. Stand up. White sweaters, stand up. Stand up. Change seats with another person. I'm not telling you to sit somewhere else. Change seats with someone else that's wearing white. Cambien asientos. Uno de ustedes se la tiene fácil, ahí tiene una persona al lado. Anyone cheating?
Oh.
All right.
Okay, I have a message. For everyone who is wearing this orange lanyard.
Oh, wow. Everybody get up. Everyone. Change seats. I'm looking at you guys. I'm making sure. So we got some people right there not moving that we can call up on
You see
stage.
some cheaters right here. You pass. These two.
I got a message for people wearing blue sweaters. So stand up and change seats with someone that's wearing blue. Right there. Stand up. You want to come on stage? Yeah, blue jacket, blue sweater. Someone change.
Mira, Angélica, aquí enfrente.
All right. Is anyone cheating? You guys can like. Oh, what is the, what? No, is that a false alarm? Oh, okay.
Okay, I have a message.
¿Para quién?
For everyone wearing glasses.
Los que usen lentes. Okay. So, yeah, everybody is in a different seat, right? Pretty much. Oh, who said no? Everyone should be in a different seat, right? Everyone had lanyards, everyone switched seats. All right, entonces, para todos ustedes están sentados en un nuevo lugar, quiero que todos miren a la izquierda y a la derecha. A la izquierda y a la derecha. So look to your left, to your right. Look at the person next to you. I want you to tell them hello. Welcome. Now I want you guys to form groups of 3 right now. Form groups of 3. Formen grupos de 3. You can use the people next to you. Form groups of 3. 3 grupos de 3 personas. Quiero que agarren su nombre y de dónde son. And I'm going to be walking randomly to make sure that that's happening. All right. Groups of three. Three. Groups of three. Three. All right, can I have your guys' names and where you guys are from?
Carlos, I'm from Lathrop. I'm Carlos, I'm from Lathrop.
Okay.
My name is Daniel, and I'm from Lathrop.
Round of applause. All right.
Anthony from Series.
Anthony from Series. Let's go. All right, this group of three looks very enthusiastic. Can we get the names on where you're from?
Gerardo.
Gerardo?
Gerardo, sorry.
From Tracy. Nice. All right, this nice young man right here, what's his name? Where's he from? We're feeling a little shy. It's all right. All right.
Alan from Tracy.
Alan from nice. We got some people that want to say who their name is, where they're from. Okay. We'll go around real quick. We don't have much time.
My name is America, and I'm from Modesto.
Nice, America. Right here.
Miguel, and I'm from Turlock.
Hi, Miguel.
My name is Jose Godino, and I'm from Turlock.
My name is DeQuatus. I'm from Berkeley.
My name is Catherine, and I'm from Stockton.
Okay, great. Amazing. We got to meet each other. How about if you guys want, you guys can go back to your seats. We're gonna go ahead and get started with the program. Okay, guys, we're running short on time. If we can just speed up really quick. Back to our seats if you wanted to. Go back to your seats. Of course, you could stay where you wanted.
Okay, guys, quiet down. Okay, so our next guest is Sister Catherine Diaz, and she will be talking to us about a love story. So let's welcome her with a big round of applause.
Thank you. So how is everyone doing? Can I hear some? Estoy muy contenta de estar aquí con ustedes. Cuando me dijeron que iba a dar el tema, o cuando descubrí que iba a dar el tema, me puse en oración. ¿Qué quiere el Señor que yo les hable a unos jóvenes? ¿Qué quiere el Señor que yo les diga a ustedes? Entonces estuve Estuve una semana en oración pidiéndole que me iluminara. Y lo que voy a compartir con ustedes es sobre una historia de amor. Y es cómo descubrir la vocación de usted o cómo descubrir la vocación. A ver, levanten la mano si saben cuál es su vocación. Raise your hand if you know your vocation. What your vocation is. Okay, most of you, some of you do know. Bueno, voy a comenzar entonces con mi historia. Lo que voy a compartir con ustedes nunca lo he compartido antes. I've never shared this before. I think it's very personal. So I will tell you about my story, and I hope it helps you. I hope that it gives you some, probably hope for the future. Bueno, entonces comienzo con mi historia. Mis padres todas las noches, éramos 3 hijas, y todas las noches nos consagraba a la Virgen y rezábamos y nos entregaba a Dios. Todas las noches, no faltaba. Yo creo que Dios aceptó esa consagración. Yo nací en un lugar muy pequeño, un país creo que es el más pequeño de todo el mundo. ¿Nadie puede? Nací en El Salvador. I was born in El Salvador during a very rough time. Yo nací durante la guerra. Había mucha violencia. Afuera de mi casa tú podías ver cuerpos tirados sin vidas, decapitados, quizás unas manos aquí, unos brazos. Era tiempo de guerra. Y al nacer, bueno, primero mi nacimiento, mis papás dicen que fue un milagro, porque al nacer pues yo no respiraba, no tenía vida, y fueron a llamar al padre a que me bautizara porque yo ya estaba muerta. Y cuando me dan el agua bendita, empiezo a llorar. Entonces, nazco, ¿verdad? Y entonces en ese día que me bautizan y yo empiezo a llorar, mi papá dijo, pues es de Dios. Y es el primer milagro. Mis padres tienen que huir porque habíamos sido amenazados. Y como amenazaban es que dejaban cuerpos colgados en tu casa. Entonces en mi casa, enfrente de mi casa, habían dejado unos cuerpos y mis papás tuvieron que huir. No, habíamos perdido ya todo. Todo se había quemado, no teníamos futuro ni esperanza. Mis padres salieron huyendo y vinieron a los Estados Unidos. Nosotros, yo y mis hermanas, quedamos bajo la tutela de mi abuela y de mi tío. Mi abuela pues trataba de que nosotros no miráramos tanta violencia, que no sintiéramos la guerra, pero es muy difícil no sentirla cuando escuchas y ves tantas cosas. Mi hermana más mayor tenía 7 años, y a los 7 años ella, cuando escuchas todas las balaceras y las bombas, right? When you're hearing all these gunshots, she would take the 2 of us, we would go under the bed, and she would pray with us. Y mi hermana nos metía debajo de la cama y rezábamos. Y luego nos decía historias para que nosotros no escucháramos todo lo que estaba pasando. Entonces ahí pienso que para mí nació la vocación, porque empezamos, y también para mis hermanas decidieron que su vocación era el matrimonio. Yo y mi otra hermana es de que, pues la vida religiosa, pero ahí empezó, era la oración. Crecimos así, y a esa edad tan pequeña, mi hermana nos vestía a nosotros y salíamos corriendo a la misa todos los domingos. She was only 7 years old, and how could she get us ready and go to Mass on Sunday? I don't know how she did it, but nothing happened to us. En esos años nada nos sucedió. Es un milagro que no nos haya sucedido nada, porque mi tío era general de la militar, Entonces todos sabían a dónde vivíamos y quiénes éramos, pero de esos años nada nos pasó y para mí es un milagro que estuviéramos vivas. Bueno, después de 5 años de vivir así, mis padres empiezan pues ya nos llaman que viniéramos a los Estados Unidos. En 3 años ellos se pueden llamarnos y nos pueden decir, ya vénganse, ya estamos aquí preparados, nos mandan a traer. Y entonces, bueno, vamos a Los Ángeles, ahí está mi casa, ahí estaba mi casa porque ahora se movieron a Texas. Anyways. Entonces llegamos a los Estados Unidos y mis papás pues no eran muy religiosos. Creo que por lo mismo, por tanta cosa que habían visto, porque lo perdieron todo, era muy fácil no creer en Dios, llenarte de rencor y de odio. No practicaban la fe, eran buenos, pero no iban a misa, no tenían nada de religión. Mi hermana para ahora tenía 9 años. A los 9 años, ella busca una iglesia católica. Encontramos una iglesia y se llama Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe. Le decimos la Lupita. Entramos a la iglesia y lo primero que ves cuando entras es la imagen de la Virgen de Guadalupe. Cuando yo entro con mis hermanas, entramos las 3, la más grande tiene 9 años, yo tenía 5. Entramos, vemos la imagen de la Virgen, inmediatamente yo sentí, pues es mi madre, está aquí y me siento segura. So when I walk into that big church, it's called Our Lady of Guadalupe, La Lupita they call it. It's in LA. When I walk in and I see the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, I immediately feel that motherly love and I feel safe. So that's where we started. My sister finds out there's catechism, religious education. She signs us up. My parents don't know anything about it. Pero allí, gracias a Dios, conocemos a unas religiosas, que es mi comunidad, misioneras eucarísticas franciscanas. Entonces ellas nos aceptan, empezamos a ir a la catequesis y yo veo que ellas son muy felices, que ellas están alegres y que aman hacer lo que ellas hacen. Bueno, luego, entonces viendo el ejemplo de mi hermana, viendo cómo ella nos vamos caminando, no está muy lejos, pero de todos modos está como una milla de nuestra casa. Viendo el ejemplo de mi hermana, creo que mis papás tienen una conversión. Porque luego mi papá se casan por la iglesia y mi papá tiene una conversión completamente. Deja de tomar, deja de ir no sé a dónde, qué lugares, y empieza una transformación completa. La fe de ellos estaba fría, pero de repente es rosario diario, visitas al Santísimo, vamos a la hora de adoración todos los viernes, misa diaria. Es una familia que vive de oración. Y entonces mi papá nos empieza a decir, oren por su vocación, cualquier cosa que ustedes quieren, oren. Y en ese ambiente crecimos. Y todo esto aumenta mi fe aún más y descubro que quiero algo más. Porque después de haber vivido una guerra, tú piensas, tiene que haber algo más para mí. Si yo estoy viva, es porque Dios quiere algo mejor para mí. Entonces yo quería responderle a Dios tanto amor, tanto cuidado que me tuvo conmigo. Y yo dije, pues qué mejor que entregarle mi vida. Tenía 9 años cuando yo siento el llamado, cuando siento mi vocación de querer pertenecer a Dios. Hago mi primera comunión a los 9 años y ya mis papás tienen la conversión, ya vamos a misa y yo ansiaba recibirlo, quería recibir la Eucaristía y antes de la primera comunión yo fui a recibir la comunión, no había hecho mi primera comunión, pero tanto quería yo recibirlo que yo fui. Y también jugaba a ser religiosa, tenía mis primas y yo la vestía como monjitas, yo le ponía la toalla y yo jugaba con ellas de que yo era una religiosa, ellas eran, y las hacía que no hablaran. So I would even play of being religious because that's what I wanted to be. Y después de esa primera comunión, pues crecí y era una joven muy normal, pero mi familia no cambiaba. Si íbamos a una fiesta, si íbamos afuera, cualquier cosa, teníamos primero que rezar el rosario y luego salíamos. Eso no cambió. Luego, bueno, en mi juventud, ¿verdad? Pero siempre hacía cualquier cosa que hacía, siempre estaba en mí querer responderle a Dios, que yo sentía esa vocación, que yo sentía el llamado. Y se me hacía como un sueño. Pero este sueño se hace realidad a los 18 años. Yo digo, pues yo ya quiero entrar, ya estoy para graduarme y yo quiero ser religiosa. Y llamo al convento y digo, yo quiero la aplicación que Sister Susana estaba hablando. Y no me la quieren dar porque piensan que yo no tengo la vocación. Yo creo, nunca me dijeron, pero creo que han de haber dicho, no tiene la vocación porque le gusta muchas cosas y no tiene vocación. Pues yo seguí insistiendo. So I asked for the application, and they didn't want to give it to me. I thought, well, probably they thought that I was too worldly or I wasn't called to be a religious. And it took me a while to tell them, no, I'm serious. I really want to be a sister. Finally, they give it to me, and then it took another while for them to accept me. Me aceptaron quizás como unos 6 meses después que yo entregué mi aplicación. Pero cuando entré a los 18 años, y por fin cuando fui aceptada, sentí como que si mi sueño se había hecho realidad y que ya era parte de un grupo de almas escogidas y que yo no había hecho nada para merecerlo, ni soy mejor que otras personas, tampoco soy peor, pero que Dios me llamó. Y pienso que Dios llama a los que pensamos que no servimos o que no somos buenos. Dios nos llama y Él nos llena de su gracia. Entonces, pues, mi vida religiosa ha sido muy bonita, he ido a muchas misiones y me gusta mucho proclamar y enseñar a los niños. Casi no lo hago con jóvenes porque pienso que I'm just not good with the youth, but I'm here to tell you that story. And now this year, it will be my 25th anniversary as religious sister. Este año cumplo 25 años de vida religiosa para la gloria de Dios. Entonces ha sido una vocación muy feliz. He sido muy feliz en mi vocación. Y pienso que cada uno de ustedes tienen una vocación. Y cuando descubres cuál es el propósito de tu vida, entonces llegas a la felicidad. Para mí siempre ha sido, o siempre he tratado de transmitir al Señor con gozo, porque creo que Dios está ahí, en la felicidad, en el gozo. No nos quiere triste ni nos quiere amargados, nos quiere felices. Bueno, entonces, ahora que voy a cumplir mis 25 años, le pido al Señor que me dé todavía más para poder seguir evangelizando y proclamando su palabra. Así que bueno, esta ha sido mi historia y los invito a que ustedes también le pidan al Señor y que lo dejen entrar en sus vidas, que abran su corazón al Señor y que le recen cuál es su vocación, porque cuando tú encuentras tu vocación, te sientes pleno y eres feliz. So that's my story, and that's what I'm here to tell you. So thank you for having me here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Okay, guys. A big thank you to Sister Catherine with a nice talk. If we could give her a warm applause. The hug. Un aplauso cariñoso. ¿Listos? 1, 2. Oh, okay. You guys are getting too ahead of me. Okay, ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Aww. All right. Thank you so much, Sister Catherine. Right now, guys, ahorita se nos aproxima un descanso. Tenemos un pequeño descanso. So, si gustan pararse, estirarse, ir al baño y tratar de regresar en unos 6 minutos, 5 to 7 minutes. But, you guys can go ahead, get up. There's snacks still. If you guys want to, finally, you can use your phones right now, but keep them away for the rest, when there is no break. But right now, we have a little break. We'll wait for you guys to come back soon.